I thought I was live. Hang on a sec. Okay, I did go live. Okay, good. Alright, let's see how this goes. I just want to test this out really quick. There we go. Got it. All right. Welcome, everybody. So today we're going to do something different. Just for now, it's going to be a small little tier list. I thought everyone knows who knows me knows I love Kingdom Hearts. I played all the games once recorded and Unix. So I thought today I was gonna do a tier list of Kingdom Hearts 1 bosses. It looks a little funky, unfortunately, because I don't know how to do this off the internet, so I'm just doing it as a full display. So let's go with the bosses. Before we get started, I have one tier will be not fought. I'm just gonna put a few of these guys here right now. This guy not fought, and what's the guy? Okay, cool. So these guys I have not fought yet. Alright, I wish there was a way to deal with this, but we'll handle it. Alright. Now let's see. So we got Ansem, Shadow Sora. I believe that's the pot centipede, that motherfucker. Bahamut, uh the snake from jungle, that's from Tarzan's World. We got Ansem shirtless on a ship. Chinnabog. That's the guy from Agrabah I fought and respectfully got my ass beat. Sephiroth, another guy got my ass beat. Ice Titan. Oh, none of the Hades in them are on here. That's weird. Jafar, first phase. Jafar. We got Girl. We're gonna add that in the card fight. Like your friends as one fight. So that's the Queen of Hearts, Captain Hook, Cerberus. That's Maleficent Dragon. That's Maleficent Dragon. That's Maleficent. Why are these all different, man? Oh, I can't change them. Oogie Boogie's Mansion. Oogie Boogie. That's reverse armor. No, that's regular armor. Yeah, reverse armor is the other one, I think. Yes. That's the surprising that both phases. Shit, what is that? That's the Parasite. Riku, Phantom form. Reverse armor. Saber. I think that's how you pronounce it. Darkseid. Some of these I don't remember. We'll skip that one. That one is the Cave of Wonders. Ursula. I'm not sure which is which though. I think that is big. I think that is big Ursula, and this one is regular Ursula. They weren't very specific, so we'll go with that. Okay. So, and like I said, the Phantasm and the Unknown I have not fought, so I'm not ranking them, unfortunately. The Phantasm I never actually wanted to fight because I hear bad stories. I hear horror stories about it, and this guy never fought because never got around to it. So, what are you gonna do? Hang on, I just gotta figure out what this boss's name is. Wonderland boss. Kingdom Hearts 1. Okay. So while we're waiting for that, wait on this guy. Hang on a sec. Trickmaster, that's his name. Got it. So this guy's a Trickmaster. I wish they would do it in terms of appearance, but oh well. So let's start with Ansem. This one has two phases. I actually like fighting this guy. The first phase is kind of boring because he doesn't do anything except block. The second phase, I personally enjoy it, And this is the first time you fight the main boss, not including Riku. So I actually am going to put him in B right now. I found him very fun boss to fight, kind of annoying when you get to the second phase where he's actually basically grabbing you and poisoning you with his darkness touch. I mean, I don't know. I just really enjoyed this boss. I think it was great. Um, yeah, it wasn't annoying, and it was somewhat challenging when you get past the first phase. The first phase is easy. I beat him no problem. He just floats around like an idiot. Second phase, he does a little more damage. He has his shadow grab you and hold you in place, so that's always fun. Next up, Shadow Sora. You fight this in Neverland. This one, very forgettable. I never liked it. It's more of an annoyance until you fight him finally at the cabin. I personally did not like fighting this guy. He was a pain in the ass. And he would literally come at the worst time. I'm putting him in D. He's just used. I hate this guy. I personally see the concept of it. If you read the Peter Pan or watch the movies, the shadow is a big concept in the movie. But yeah, I don't like the fact Riku does you dirty like that. Okay. Pot Centipede. Pain in the ass. Another D1. I hate chasing down bosses, and this one actually does like a ton of damage if you're not careful. Stay away from the back of the rear of him, and you'll be fine. When you break up with pots, he flees and gathers more pots, and repeat the process all over again until you kill him. An annoying boss, irritating. I do not like it. He is a nightmare to deal with. Okay, Bahamut. For all his size and his muscle, he was kind of a little bitch. I kind of beat him pretty easily, uh, thanks to Goofy. Yeah, I literally just destroyed him. He wasn't even a threat. I mean, just jump over his earthquakes, prevent him from stepping on you, and get on his back and wail on his horn. Simple as that. I like the fact they give you a Final Fantasy opponent to fight. I don't see Cloud on here, which is kind of annoying. All right, well, speaking of Final Fantasy, whatever. Um, I believe he's from Final Fantasy. He's one of the summons, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna put him with in C tier. Kind of forgettable, but the fact he's outside the Kingdom Hearts, outside of the OC characters, that's pretty cool. Stealth Sneak. You know what? I like the fact he bitch slapped Tarzan. He was actually I pretty much like fighting him in Clayton, and I don't see Clayton up here, so I guess he's gonna be together. Stealth Sneak and Clayton, very fun fight. I personally enjoyed it. Plus, the difficulty, if you're not on the proper level, could be a very pain. When I first fought this boss, it was an absolute nightmare to deal with. Yeah, so the first time I fought this boss when I was 10, 12, something like that, when the first game came out, I did not know how to fight him, and I finally just gave up. Of course, I was probably under leveled, and I didn't know the process of grinding. So yeah, he was very memorable just due to how infuriating he was. So the thing with this is Clayton rides him as a mount, not Clayton off. I always go for the stealth sneak and try to take him out of the fight immediately, and then I beat up Clayton. Simple as that. But I enjoyed fighting. I enjoyed fighting him beside Tarzan. So let's put them in A, just because I'm a weirdo like that. The ship. God, this one was. I like this guy. This guy is a stop. Is basically the big bad, the final boss. You want to deal with him right on the spot. Um, the issue I have with this is just too many phases with this guy. Uh, you basically first you fight with Donald and Goofy, then they get stolen from you. Then you gotta get them back. You gotta fight the artillery. You gotta fight the heart. You gotta get inside and free your friends, and then you fight Ansem on top of the ship. Uh, Great concept, but a pain in the ass to fight. See, Trinabog, you're fighting the devil, no doubts about it. Great boss. Kind of simple. Just stay away from his line of sight. Just use your fly ability, glide, and get behind him and whack him in the head. I personally thought he was a pretty easy boss. I like the fact they got a guy from Phantasma to Fantasia, excuse me, Fantasia to be the final boss. This is literally you're fighting the devil. I personally like him S tier. Now this guy I never beat. I did fight him. He was a nightmare. The concept was fun in that The concept was fine, in that you basically have to only use physical or magic depending on what attacks he uses. So you got to basically prepare for it. You got to prepare for it accordingly, getting blood elixirs and mega elixirs ready because you're going to be needing them. I personally would give him an A tier just because of the ingenuity and the trickiness of the fight, as well as the mechanics required for it. And the fact he was named after a regular person who won a lottery. So good job for you. Sephiroth. I know everyone loves Sephiroth. I know they think he's a great guy. He's kind of an asshole. But I lasted, what, like a minute against this guy? Yeah, he's going straight in C tier. Just because I'm a salty and I don't like the fact that I got crushed so badly from him. Ice Titan. I do like his theme music, so let's put him up to B. I like his theme music. His theme music bumps him up. Ice Titan. Ice Titan. I really enjoyed fighting him. He was hard, but he wasn't ridiculously unbalanced. Basically, you just had to deflect his icicle projectiles, avoid his shards, and hit him in the foot. Injure him so he can't fight back. This one was in the Hades Cup. I'm not sure what seed, but he was pretty challenging. So let's see where to put this guy. I don't know. Ice Titan. Ice Titan. I'm thinking between B and A, but I mean, he's a Titan and I always fight him in number 3. So I'm going to put him in B right now. Jafar, he went down like a bitch. He was kind of pointless. He just ran away from me while sniping from distance. Yeah, fuck Jafar. D tier. And this guy was also a pain in the ass, D tier. His genie form. He didn't actually fight his genie form. He beat up his pet bird. So yeah, at the bottom. Shock, Lock, and Barrel. So here's the thing. I never died to them, but I do enjoy the fact they killed Donald repeatedly, which is going to bump them up greatly. They were just annoying because they hit like a truck. They basically rammed into you and did some damage. So I'm going to put them in C tier because I like the concept of fighting them, but I wish they weren't kids. Queen of Hearts and our card soldiers. One of the biggest obstacles of this was the Queen of Hearts. So let's see. The Queen of Hearts was next. I don't even know what to put this. I don't know what to feel about this fight. This fight itself was annoying. Um, I don't know. I mean, points for the fact you can whack the Queen of Hearts while she's not when you're fighting the cards and just leave the others to deal with the cards. The fact is, you might have to fight this opponent by yourself because if you pick the wrong evidence, you won't have Donald or Goofy. So, with that said, let's go ahead and put her in C tier. It's a great concept, and it should be one of the first bosses you fight. Captain Hook. I actually like the Captain Hook fight. In fact, he gives you grunts to fight against as well to get health back and experience. I actually grinded a little bit on him because he would just send Heartless after you while fighting you. And he was really comical to boot. Very good fighter. He was actually a really tough boss compared to everybody else I fought. I'm not sure what to put him on. Let's see. Let's put him in A tier. Actually, I like Captain Hook. Captain Hook's pretty cool. Just so everyone knows, this is my personal opinion. Cerberus, when you first fight this guy, you're like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna win. He is a way stronger number 1 than he is ever in number 2. Number 2, he basically becomes a throw rug, so that's unfortunate. But number 1, he is considered the apex predator of the Olympus Coliseum. He will wreck your day if you're not at the proper level. This was another boss I struggled against when I first played the game on PS2, and I never liked fighting him. Now that I learned how to block properly, he is kind of easy. Just block his fireballs and dodge his darkness things. Where do I want to put this guy, though? You know what? Cerberus, I'm going to put you in S, just because. Dragon Maleficent. If you don't know how to fight Dragon Maleficent, then you're going to have a tough time. She is a very tricky opponent. The fact Donald and Goofy died too quickly to really be of any help here is a really shame. But here's the thing. The way I learned how to fight is just bring Tinkerbell into the fight and have her heal you repeatedly as you get hit. So after that, it's very easy. The problem with this one is you can't land many hits, so the fire just prevents you from comboing her. So I'm going to put her in B tier. Maleficent, much weaker. All she does is float around, firing thunders, and summoning Heartless. Bring her down to your level and then beat her up. C tier. Ogre's Mansion. Concept was good. Kind of boring though. It's basically just beating up a house. D tier. Ogre Boogie itself. I love the gimmick of it, where he's basically playing roulette with you, and you're basically have to avoid his traps, have to avoid the Heartless. Ogre's always a fun boss to fight due to his gimmicks. He's not a straight up one-on-one fight. You've got to deal with his contraptions. I'm putting him in A tier. I just love Ogre Boogie. Okay. Armor. Okay, this one is just the regular first armor. So this one is kind of weak, useless, not really worth my time. Where do I put this guy? Because it's the first time you meet Donald and Goofy fight beside him, but on the other hand, he's kind of a punk. It kind of is really easy if you've been grinding properly. I mean, I took him down rather easily in all my encounters, other than when I first played, and I didn't know how to play the game. So let's see. Put him in C tier just because. Parasite. I guess we're talking about the one where Riku finally decides to become the baddie. He summons this guy to fight. Kind of a really annoying fight with environmental hazards of the poison pool in the stomach. I think. Is it the stomach? Yeah. Or is it the bowels? I don't know. I think it's the stomach. Basically, you gotta fight him while avoiding his poison and avoiding the poison stomach acids. Um, yeah. C tier, D tier. It was just an infuriating fight. I did not like. Riku's fight. People say this fight was annoying. Because you can't skip it. I can understand why it was annoying. I personally, you gotta look at this one. We've not fought Riku since Destiny Islands. So, and a little before that. But this is where the stakes come out. He's no longer Riku. He's Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness. And he is a tough SOB. He is a challenge. And he is a cheap motherfucker. So, you know what? Put him in A tier just because he put up a challenge. Reverse armor. Basically the same as regular armor. Yeah, just throw him in C tier because he's basically the same, just a little more health. He has a massive Kamehameha cannon on him. Saber, Saber. Basically, just an annoyance all throughout the wild jungle. Hits you when you don't want to fight him. And when you do fight him for the last time, he is still a pain in the butt. Very mobile, very fast. And if you're not leveled, he does hit like a truck. Let's do that at C tier. It's fun fighting him though. Darkseid. Darkseid was the first boss you officially fight. Basically, he is the one guy you will remember. So just because of that, he gets a higher ranking. And I found a fun boss to fight that he doesn't do much. He's just basically a big meat shield. On the fact his punches kind of hurt, but that's about it. And you can avoid them rather easily. I'm gonna put him in A tier. Trickmaster. Trickmaster is annoying. I never liked fighting this guy. Tried to find the easiest way, which I guess was Blizzard, and try to take out the oven before the fight starts. So yeah, put him in D tier just due to his annoyance. Cave of Wonders, dear. I don't know. I mean, it looks like the Cave of Wonders got possessed. Very interesting situation here. Um, you know what, D tier. Cave of Wonders is kind of a waste of space. Big Ursula, D tier. This one, I personally hated this fight. This is the one where you have to go around hitting the cauldron of fire and injure her, knock her out, so you can beat her up. She's not as like pointless as the big one, who's just a big target. Um, so I'm just gonna put her in C tier, and that is my tier list. All right, cool. Download. Oh, tier list.